Hi everyone, this is JJ. All right, so a very good evening to every one of you in the Zoom meeting. And before I start, I would like to thanks my upline and also ECVI for giving me such an amazing opportunity to share with you about the eSpring. Yeah. So the topic today is about LiveSpring from eSpring, right? Okay. So the topic is quite fantastic, the title itself. But then I'm not talking about so in a fancy way, but instead talk about some Q and A's to help every one of you who is really fighting in the business, okay, to deal with the FAQ, frequently asked question, and we know how to answer accordingly, okay, to our customers' questions. Okay, so question number one. Okay, so I believe that many people when they go to customers' house to share about eSpring, okay, so sometimes we might encounter some uncle auntie who have a misconception about water. Okay, clean water. They say, "Aya, we don't need so clean water lah, don't need so clean lah, right? Because you see my akong my ama, my grandma without drinking such e-spring water, they still can live more than 80 years old. So no need lah, for me no need lah. So clean, too clean also not good, right? Too clean our immune system will go down, will go down the immune system. So things like that, which seems very logic, but which is actually not logic. Okay, so here we would like to let them know how to differentiate and how to define clean water. All right, so next. Okay, so a clean water is actually free of harmful, aesthetic, odorous, and distasteful contaminants. So contaminants is something that we cannot see, we cannot taste, or cannot smell sometimes. Okay, it doesn't necessarily to be uh, visible. Okay, it can be invisible, we cannot see. Okay, and that will definitely impact our health. So if we compare to the our grandma that the old time, we compare to the old times, they don't have such a problem, right? They can swim in the pond or swim in the river. Even they drink the river water, also no problem. Do you agree with me? Yes, right? Okay, but then now I believe no one will actually go to the river and then to drink directly. Okay, it can be leader lah. Huh? So what can we do? Okay, the definition of clean water is to we have to make sure it is not harmful. Okay, no aesthetic inside, no odorous, and then no distasteful contaminants. Okay, so a clean water, when we see a glass of water, even you look, it is very clean. I believe that no one will simply drink it. Just imagine, you can tell the uncle auntie who is so stubborn, right? You can tell them, all right, uncle auntie, if you see a bottle of water, okay, water bottle, just at the roadside, okay, without anyone beside it, okay, and then it's not for sales. Do you dare to open up the bottle and drink it up? I believe the uncle say, "Ayo, you siao right? Are you crazy? How? How can we do that? Because you don't know what's inside, right?" Then he will answer you in that way. So you say, "Allah, that's what you say." So that's the point. So water, when you see is very clean, it is not necessary to be clean. We have to be careful. Okay, so let them have the awareness first. All right, next. Number two, is water clean and safe to drink directly from the tap? And if we boil the water before drinking it, can it kill the contaminants? So this question, I think, especially in Singapore, I believe maybe any friends from Singapore here, I'm not sure. Okay, because according to Singapore government, they will say we can drink the tap water directly. Okay, but then for Malaysians, I think it's definitely it's a no lah. Huh? We cannot drink directly the tap water because we have to boil first. Normally, if we don't have a water purifier at home, we have to boil first. But then, is it really safe after we boil it? Can it kill the contaminants? Okay, I will say some of the microbes, or we say microorganisms, can be killed. Some of them, not every, some of them. Okay, but then some microorganisms, they will be even active. They will be even active in higher temperature. Okay, certain contaminants, okay, certain bacteria or certain viruses, they can be more active in higher temperature. Okay, and furthermore, let's say you have the insecticide, you have the the other chemicals inside. So when chemicals they have the high temperature, they might denature or they might change the chemical properties. So they can be even more harmful after we boil it. Okay, so it's not always a good idea to boil it. Okay, we can boil the water if the water itself is already filtered and it's already very pure, very clean. Then we can boil. If not, try to imagine. Then we ask back the questions to the customer or the prospect to say, so here is a cup of water. You spray some insecticide, right? The bygone, right? Okay, let's say you spray some inside, and then you ask them, now take this glass of water and go and boil it. After you boil, do you dare to drink? They will say, no, no, of course no. Okay, because they know boiling water itself is not clean. Okay, because the insecticide is still there. So you can say, yeah, you say that. So that's my point also. We don't know the water inside. I mean the water from the water tap. Okay, so what is inside we don't know. Maybe it's already contaminated, right? Because we don't usually change the piping system in our home. Okay, or even the government, the tanki. Okay, they don't really clean. Regularly. So we don't know what's inside. So better we control the water quality at our home. Do you agree with me? Because we cannot change the big environment, but then we can choose to control the quality of water at our home. Okay, so that's how we answer how to uh, differentiate clean water. Okay, because if we boil water, it is not necessarily clean after that. Okay, so hopefully I help. Yeah. Next question. Okay, so here's a summary. So now check with the local public health authorities about the quality of the water. So boil the water, help or hurt the water quality, kill microorganisms but can concentrate chemical contaminants, as I said just now. Okay, because some chemicals, if you further boil it, it can be more harmful because of the higher concentration. Okay, or they change the property already. And for our eSpring, you can see we have the carbon block filter which can help in filtration of particulate and absorption of chemical contaminants. Okay, so here we don't have the problem already. And then secondly, we have the UV lamp. So UV lamp, some people they say, is it safe? Yes, for sure, it's safe. Okay, because even in hospitals, they use this to kill bacteria, to sterilize the appliances. Okay, and improve the taste, odor, and clarity of the water. Okay, next. So question number 3, do we need a water purifier at home and why? Okay, so this question is quite subjective. People they will say, no need. Some people say, oh, we need, but then we can randomly just pick any cheap brand at our home. But then, which I don't really think so, because you can see from the diagram here, the bottom left, the upper left, you can see acid rain caused by air pollution. Okay, now we know that the rain itself is quite acidic. Okay, and after that, microorganisms in storage tanks. Okay, the tanki, right? Imagine a tank of water without regularly changing, it can have microorganisms living inside. And third, chlorine treatment by the government also. So chlorine is actually a very economical choice. Okay, economical choice because why? Because it is quite cheap. Okay, after we put in chlorine, it can help to bleach the water so that it becomes colorless, and also it can kill microorganisms as well, but then not every. And then after that, we still have agricultural contamination, office waste and industrial waste, chemicals, and so on. So finally they come to our house. Okay, so that's why I say we cannot change the big environment, but then we can control our own water quality at home. All right, next, let's see. Okay, so water purified at center is safe to drink and flows through aging pipes, connectors, and fixtures can expose to heavy metals, organic contaminants, and bacteria and viruses. Okay, so this kind of contaminants, potential contaminants, we cannot control, right? Because the pipes are, as I said just now, government they don't really change the pipes regularly, and even at our homes we don't really change the pipes, correct? Connectors and fixtures. So until it's burst, okay, boom, okay, then we have to change it. Normally we don't change. So eSpring effectively removing contaminants that may have been introduced during the transit. Okay, next. Okay, and then now is the most important question. Then why eSpring? Is eSpring that good? Why can I not choose the other way, not M way, right? I can choose C way and other way lah, huh? Okay, next. So firstly, you can see the summary. eSpring can remove over more than 160 contaminants and effectively destroy over 99.9% of waterborne organisms. This is not by me. You can actually go to the WQA or NSF. You can refer to your outline or your leaders how to check this out, okay, in the above mentioned websites. Because there's a third party certification to prove that our eSpring can really work in this way, can remove more than 160 contaminants. And then it can even tell one by one that which contaminants can be filtered, okay, in the list. So I believe if we go to the shopping mall out there, they will say, oh, it's very clean. It can filter many contaminants, but then they can never provide you the details. We can provide. So that's very proud. I think every one of you should give Emma a big hand. Okay. And then beneficial minerals remain. All right. So it's not very hard to just filter the water, but it's quite hard that we need to filter the water to filter the contaminants, but then we still preserve the magnesium and calcium because we know our bones, we need magnesium and calcium to help it to stay healthy. Okay, so if we go for the water outside, water purifier outside, they will usually provide RO water, reverse osmosis, which means they have no magnesium, no calcium, no minerals inside. So in the long run, if we keep drinking water like this, one day we might have the problem of osteoporosis. Okay, osteoporosis, yeah. And then, okay, for our eSpring cartridge, we can filter 5,000 per liter, or we can use 1 year, whichever comes first. So if we divide it, it's actually just 10 cent, okay, 10 cent per liter. Very, very cost effective. All right. And you can see with the technology we are using is advanced carbon block filter, e-coupled wireless technology, UV technology, smart chip technology. So it can even detect, okay, if there's any potential contaminants, okay, or if your eSpring unit is not working normally, it will alert you, okay, alert the owner, so that we know, it's time to have a replacement of the cartridge, or we need to send to the fixation. Next, what are the substances removed during eSpring purification process? So hepatitis A virus, Vibrio cholerae, okay, and then we still have another a few more substances. Next. Okay, so let's see the summary. Now, these are the two websites, okay, or the two third parties I've mentioned just now. So reduce over 160 contaminants, including 140 health effect contaminants. They include organic contaminants, inorganic contaminants, particulate contaminants, volatile organic chemicals, VOC, lead, mercury, radon, and chlorine, and effectively removes bacteria and virus. So to make it easier, so what is NSF? So we are all Malaysians here. We know that, let's say we take Muslims as an example, not offensive, but just an example. So, so for Muslims, yeah, our Muslim friends, right? When they buy something, okay, buy some food, okay, maybe snacks, okay, maybe snacks. So they'll always need to refer to one label. What's that? Halal. Do you agree with me? So if the thing is halal, they can consume. If it's not halal, or it's not certified halal, they cannot take it. Okay, it's just normal like that. Okay, and then for water purifier, I can say NSF is just the so-called halal logo for water purifier. Okay, and then if a water purifier cannot provide a full list of NSF, It is just not halal in water purifier. Okay, I mean the same meaning lah. Okay, we can just assume like that because NSF is a third party, so we cannot how to say we cannot say, oh, this is Amway claim. This is not Amway claim. This is NSF. All right. So any company, they need to send their unit and send the report to NSF, and NSF will examine and assess. So in the end, this is our certification. We have NSF 42, which is the taste and odor, NSF 53, which helps in health effects, and NSF 55, UV microbiological system. Okay, NSF 401, NSF protocol P477, and so on. So many else. And we also awarded gold seal of this WQA, means Water Quality Association. Okay, so these are not by Amway. This is third-party recognition. Okay, so we are really proud that we have such a strong third-party certification. Yeah, so this is what we can refer. Next. So what are the important minerals in drinking water and the benefits? Does eSpring remove the important minerals? As I said just now, no, we don't remove the important minerals, but we remove every single potential contaminants without removing the important minerals. Let's see next. Yes. Okay, so what are the main minerals in the water? Calcium, which is beneficial bone nutrient, and magnesium regulate muscle contraction. So in the end, if we don't consume these two for long term, we have osteoporosis or we have weak muscles. And important minerals as part of our diet and good health. Drinking water with these minerals can be a readily available source for our body. So bear in mind that minerals in water is actually not replaceable by food. Okay, because some seller of the RO water purifier, they will say, "Aya, no problem lah. Water without the minerals, you can get it from your food also. Eat banana." Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, because you can go and search in internet. There's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's about early 2000s or 1990s, like that. Okay, Taiwan, they have a lot of these so-called RO water purifiers, and then nowadays they have many senior citizens, okay, facing osteoporosis. Okay, and then this statistic is quite a strong evidence. All right, so Malaysia is on the way because I can see there are so many so-called waste, right, in Malaysia, which is RO water. So we are here not to just sell customers product, but to help them to have a knowledge and also know how to make a good choice. Okay, after they listen to our sharing, if they choose not to buy, it's their decision. Okay, it's not our fault. But then we just share our knowledge and try our very best. Okay, next. What other types of technologies are available for purifying water, and what are the differences? All right, just now I have mentioned a little bit. The first thing, reverse osmosis, which is RO water. They basically remove everything in the water except water. Okay, they remove every single thing in the water except water molecule itself. So it's just pure water. We say pure, miskin, nothing inside, just water. So it's not a good sign. Okay, don't be too happy. Oh, clean. It actually will take the minerals from our bones, because water in the mother nature, we have minerals inside. But if we remove it artificially, water will actually try to get back what's inside. Okay, so in our body, what can they get? Calcium and magnesium. So that's what I said just now, osteoporosis. And second technology is the activated carbon. So this is they can help in absorption of the chemicals. Okay, next. So summary, see here, certified by third-party organization, yeah. So RO, they reducing chemical contaminants lah, organic, inorganics, and particulate, requires additional stages to remove bacteria and viruses. And most importantly, it requires high pressure to purify water, wastes 70% to 90% of water. So if you ever have a RO water purifier at your home, you will see there's another pipe. Okay, connecting to the water basin there. When you drink water, the other side also got water come out. The water will be just wasted. Okay, because they need to use high pressure to press the water. So some water will be just passed out like that. So it's quite a wastage. And requiring a reservoir with additional disinfection. So if the function is not working well, okay, let's say the disinfection is not functioning correctly, you will see the water tank is contaminated. Okay, and requires frequent maintenance and replacement filters because since you have so many filters, so many things, so the maintenance fee is also higher. And they also cannot distinguish the health beneficial minerals. As I said, remove everything. So you can see in the long run, it's not really good to our health. Okay, next. I will try to speed up because there's a very powerful speaker after me, so I don't want to waste your time. So I move up. Okay, so what other types of technologies are available for purifying water and what are the differences? You can see the second one, ion exchange or water softening. Okay, so ion exchange or water softening, they can reduce the hardness of water with extremely high dissolved solids. Effective if water concerns include nitrates, arsenic, or specific targeted concerns, and require extremely large resin beds, slow flow rates, and require frequent regeneration and replacement of components. And not, okay, let's see this one, not very effective at removing organic contaminants, including VOCs. So when you see not very effective, then I think this is not a smart choice to make, right? Okay, next. And then this one is the carbon filtration. Okay, activated carbon. So if we use carbon, you can see we can remove chlorine, improve taste and odor, and provide a high flow rate and capacity at a low cost. Okay, and requires specialized engineering, design, and manufacture to remove contaminants, and is a cheap filters. Okay, unreliable for removing health effect contaminants. So consumers must rely third-party certifications to know their performance. Okay, next. So you can see eSpring. What are the unique technology of eSpring versus other water purifiers in the market? Okay, so yes, we do have activated carbon, but then we are a high class one. How high class? Let's see next. Okay, so we are using combination technologies. Okay, healthy water free of contaminants, retaining beneficial minerals on demand and with no waste. So we are using advanced carbon block filter, reduced over 140 types of contaminants, and also remain beneficial minerals like calcium, magnesium. And the so-called combination here is because we also have UV. So the UV lamp is just inside the advanced carbon block filter. And the UV light can just destroy more than 99.99% of bacteria and viruses. Okay, because some people, they might challenge us. Your carbon filter is not very safe because it cannot remove bacteria, cannot remove viruses. No worries, because who says we only have carbon? We still have UV light inside. So eventually, nothing will be left out. Okay, we have minerals inside, and the water is just clean and nice and healthy for us to drink. Next. So here is a simple chart for us to compare, to make a comparison. So if we boil the water, it doesn't remove taste, doesn't help in odor remover, and you still can see impurity particles, chlorine residual in chlorine, organic compound, heavy metals, blah blah, and bacterial viruses is unknown because some prefer higher temperature, some can be killed. So it's not a very good way, you can see. And activated carbon and reverse osmosis, they cannot fully protect us from the contaminants. And the last one, eSpring, it can just remove everything and also preserve the preserve the minerals. Next. How about bottled water? Is it the same as eSpring water? Okay, because some customers, they might challenge us. Can I drink Evian? Or the branded water, Evian or Dasani? Okay, actually, some of the water bottle in the market are labeled as RO water and distilled water and mineral water. We have to see clearly the label. behind the label you can see. So I won't go in detail, but then you can see some brands like Cactus mineral water and Seal Master is our water, and then some brands is Spritzer with the blue label is distilled water. So it's just different. Okay, not water. Water is water, but then we still have many kinds of water. Okay, make sure you are choosing the right one. Okay, next. So summary, this one, reverse osmosis, no beneficial minerals unless it states mineral fortified. And if it's mineral water or spring water, then it contains some beneficial minerals. Inconvenience for storage, shipping, and plastic waste. You can see after we consume one bottle, we throw away. Then we are actually causing damage to our mother nature. And then eSpring actually purify 5,000 of water, which means it's just like usually we buy a water mineral water bottle, right? It's 500 ml. It's just like 10,000 bottles of it. Okay, with just 1 liter only costing 10 cents. So eSpring provides a great environmental and fiscal solution. Cost, storage, challenges, and plastic waste. We can help all. So I think until here we should give a big hand to Amway because we are always protecting our mother nature and then providing the best solution in terms of fiscal and environmental. Next. So last question, is it safe to drink water from plastic bottles? And if yes, what's the duration that water can be kept in the bottles? So you need to see the expiry date also. Next. So kept in sealed, airtight, and protected in a sterile container. Used bottles become thinner and then reduces the protection. So kept in bottles for a couple of weeks if stored in protected location. So in my opinion, we prefer using glasses to drink from the tap water directly. If you have an eSpring unit, that's the best way of drinking water. If not, try to choose doubleware. Okay, I'm not advertising, but then I myself am using the doubleware. All right, next. So now for the above information and all the slides is actually from Amway.mind. You can actually go and click on knowledge and the training e-learning. Search for the content that you desire. And so many other information that I cannot share today because there are just so much information. Okay, and I don't wish to waste all of your time because after me, there is still another power speaker will share about her story and some amazing experience to help us to succeed in Amway business. All right, so my sharing ends here, and I hope my sharing can help you all to deal with the customers FAQ. So I will pass the mic back to our MC. Thank you very much.